Hey guys, welcome back to the M&M Podcast. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Alright, Mike, what are we talking about today?
Today we've got Jay-Z streaming service Tidal.
Tidal? What the fuck is Tidal? Let's get into that first.
Okay.
Let's make the other stuff a surprise.
Well, the other stuff is a surprise. Tidal is Jay-Z's streaming music service, which uses lossless audio quality, and it's going to be $9.99 a month for the standard definition and $19.99 for the premium.
So it's like Pandora, better quality, more expensive?
Yes, that's basically what it is. It's rivaling Spotify, it's rivaling Pandora, a lot of the other major streaming music services.
Do you think that's going to catch on, or?
No, I don't. I mean, it's got a lot of the major artists on board. They're using the hashtag Tidal for all the basically like...
Really?
Yeah, it's weird. They're like getting support for the service and stuff. And there's going to be a lot of big artists coming out like at the beginning because they're all like, yo, Jay-Z, let me put my music on there.
I guess that is true. They want to be the first to get on there.
I mean, which is good, but like, it's $19.99.
Yeah.
Who's gonna pay $19.99 a month for a music service?
I guess rich people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's only the type of people who are putting their music on Tidal who are actually gonna pay for it.
If it's actually lossless quality, which I can't imagine what that sounds like, because the music I listen to is already good enough quality. I can't imagine better. But if it is somehow better, it might be worth $19.99.
It is, but it's being heralded as like the way the artist intended their music to sound, and they throw out all that garbage to be like, oh, it's super high quality, amazing. Like, they'll tell you anything to make you spend $20 on something, but my biggest problem with it is the price. Think about it. For $12 less, you could get a Netflix subscription.
Yeah.
Netflix, you can watch hours and hours and hours of content.
You would know that.
I would know
From
that.
experience. I've seen
you. I've been hooked on Arrow recently. I recommend the show. It's very good. But I got a lot more hours of Arrow for $7 than I could get it for music for $20 on Tidal.
Yeah.
So you got to say, like, well, is this value really worth it? And I think most people would say no.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd have to say no.
Exactly.
I'm good with Pandora.
Yeah.
Or Spotify.
Spotify, all this free stuff. So, like, why am I going to pay $20 a month when I can use free versions of a lot of the major streaming music services already?
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, we got another story. So, the fantastic Lee Newton is leaving SourceFed.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know who Lee Newton is, too late, because she's not on SourceFed anymore. She'll be on her, I guess, personal channel.
Yeah, that's what she said. You can use the internet machine and look her up. Because she exists inside of the internet machine.
That's exactly where she sits. I just learned about cloud computing in networking class, which is literally this, but that's fine. We don't need to talk about it. No one gives a shit. Lee Newton was one of the original hosts of SourceFed, which is a news journalism kind of channel. And yeah, she's leaving. She's going to be replaced probably by some other new person, because they've been getting a lot of new people. But personally, I am upset about it. What about you, Mike?
I'm upset about it too. I mean, I was a big fan of that like beginning core three, which was Elliot, Joe, and Lee, and now they're all gone.
Joe was so original and hilarious. Elliot is so original and hilarious. Yeah. Lee is so original and hilarious.
That was kind of the thing with SourceFed. I wasn't like big on the news because there's a lot of different places you could get the news from.
Point of news.
Like Point of News, but like I loved SourceFed at the beginning because it was comedy, and I love the personalities of Joe, Lee, and Elliot. That's what I came for. The commentaries, Truth or Dare. I used to watch all that stuff.
It was fantastic, yeah.
It was fantastic. And a lot of the shows that those guys did are now dead. I mean, Commentary's dead. They haven't done a Truth or Dare in like over a year.
Yeah.
And the only reason they did it was because it was sponsored by a mattress company. I'm not kidding about that either. So yeah, I'm pretty upset about it.
Yeah, I mean, all we can do is really be upset. I'm also happy for her because she's happy she's leaving.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to do her own thing, which I respect that. Yeah. And artists need their kind of creative mojo, I suppose, for lack of a better term.
If you do something for too long, you get... Like Ray William Johnson left because he was doing the same thing for too long.
Well, he didn't leave YouTube. He just left Equals 3. He still does Booze Lightyear and like other shows like that, like sketches and stuff like that.
Exactly. He was...
creatively bored.
With Equals 3.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I like what we do because we kind of mix it up even within our own shows. Like last week, we just did like a Would You Rather edition of the podcast. It's something fun and different.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that got 20,000 views. I didn't think it would.
Oh,
Our other
yeah.
videos average 180,000. Typically, if you're watching this, we're super famous.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
So
YouTube has a glitch where like it forgets to add the zeros onto our view counts.
only ours specifically,
Yeah.
and it adds like 6 onto PewDiePie's videos. Clearly, he's only getting 18 views. Now, on to the next story.
DNA, which is the company behind Nintendo's mobile movement,
It's me, Mario.
that one, expects to make $25 million a month. What do you think about that? Do you think that's a
How the hell are they making the money? What are you talking about?
They are free-to-play games. We don't know
Where?
exactly how on the mobile markets.
You didn't say that.
Yeah, well, I said mobile, but iOS, Android, all the mobile app stores, the games are going to be released, presumably. And the only way they're planning on making money right now is through, like, free-to-play, like, oh, buy this thing and you get an extra level, that bullshit.
Buy this Mario hat for your Mario character.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna make 25 million from this. Oh yeah.
I mean, you brought up a good point before about ads, but that would kind of go against what Nintendo kind of stands for.
Nintendo hasn't really had ads in their game. I mean, I don't think so.
No, I can't think of anything either, so I wouldn't kind of expect them to go their route, but at the same time, it's like, how are you expecting to make 25 million a month without any ads? You're not paying for the game.
It could be like you open up the app, there's an ad, but then during the gameplay, there's no ads ever.
Yeah, I mean, that would work.
It would be still different for Nintendo, but would certainly help with the 25 million they're trying to make.
Yeah, and it's not too intrusive. I mean, I hate games where, like, ads come up in the middle of my game. I'm like, leave me alone.
Dude.
Yeah, I'd rather just pay and have ad-free all my levels.
Oh, no.
None of that stuff, like...
Actually, I'd rather have the ads.
You'd rather have the ads?
I ain't paying.
Yeah, that's true, but, I mean, I'd probably just get it for free anyway. I mean, I don't endorse that at all.
Yeah, I would probably pay for it, to support the people that put a shit ton of work into what I'm doing. I'm just saying.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
And my last question is, do you think they will succeed in the mobile market?
Succeed? They're gonna do well. I think people are gonna buy their games, but $25 million worth? No, probably not. They're probably gonna be like in the top 50 or whatever app they release in the App Store, but I don't see it being a number one. It's just gonna be some weird Mario game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends upon your definition of success, but I think the biggest thing is gonna be like, Mario on mobile just doesn't feel right. It's meant for a console. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be interesting to see how they kind of adapt the game, because I don't want some bullshit little touchy game. Like, I want like a real game if they're gonna release it.
It's been on Game Boy Advance, which is roughly the size of an iPhone.
Yeah, but like it's got all the buttons and all the sticks and stuff like that. I mean, they have attachments for that for iPhone, but I'm sure it's gonna be those stupid little touch and he jumps. And it's not like, I want like a true Mario experience.
Well, that's not where they're trying to throw out the true Mario experience. They're probably still working on the Wii U and everything. Like, that's the true Mario experience.
Yeah.
This is probably, you're sitting on a plane, you love Mario.
Yeah.
Tap the button to jump, pass the time.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably what it's going to be. But
Not
that's
a
not
Mario, not a whole Mario experience, but
Yeah, that's not what I want it to be, but that's probably what it's going to be.
Yeah, I think the app you're looking for is in another castle.
Yeah, right. So that's it for this episode of the podcast.
The Podcast.
Meow, 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 meow. Peace out.